Okay, here we go. You know, there's no script to these. There's no rehearsal. I'm just going to go blabber and we'll see what happens. Recently, I made the video with the Peterson potatoes. The potatoes didn't turn out very good, but I got a lot of feedback about the second half of the video and me calling out Pam. And this wasn't my thing. I learned this from a guy named Phil Kaplan over 20 years ago. Went and did a quick internet search just like a couple minutes ago. I realized I keep doing that. Wrong side. And I realized there's been a lot of people that have hit on this. Seems some major network shows have hit on this concept of the idea of how the hell is this fat-free cooking when it contains nothing but oil and oil has nothing but fat in it. And some of the feedback I got from people was like, wow, I didn't realize that. Wow, I didn't realize how much Pam I'm actually using. I didn't realize that this is all a marketing campaign taking use of taking advantage of government labeling laws. And then I got 3 dudes, all dudes, who all were deeply offended by the fact that I dare challenge them that they couldn't get enough Pam out in a quarter second to cover a pan to fry their eggs. Now, look, I'm not looking to be the Huckleberry to any of these Doc Hollidays, right? These guys with these incredible trigger fingers who apparently can get more Pam out of a quarter second spray than anyone in history, right? I got pretty strong hands, and that was more than a quarter second, by the way. If you think that was less than a quarter second, you think you used that amount of Pam. Look, if you have some amazing sticked pan that you can fry an egg without it sticking with that amount of Pam, that's twice, right? If you can do that, God bless you. If you got some special preseason pan that's got oil soaked in it over the centuries, God bless you. First off, I want to see you do it. I don't want to hear about it. I want you to film a video with someone with a stopwatch showing me that you can spray enough Pam in a quarter second to grease the entire pan up. That's the first challenge I want to see. I want to see these Doc Hollidays go out to the OK Corral and shoot some people up. Not literally, you know what I mean. So that's my first challenge, is to all you Pam experts out there. I want to see what you can do with it. The whole point of the video, and this is my fault for not making this clear enough, is that is not practically what most people do. Let's just say these guys are. They're cooking spray savants, and we should all be impressed with their ability or their technology or they're having the right equipment. Look, I understand I'm not that fast with the finger, so maybe they are. I keep having that flashback from the father from the Christmas story when he's trying to fix the boiler in the basement. He comes and he goes, "Not a finger!" But that's another non sequitur, whatever. The point being is, that's not what most people practically do. So even if there are guys out there who are amazing with the cooking spray, that's not the point of the video. The point of the video is most people do this with the Pam, right? And then they're like, oh wait, it's fat-free cooking, so I can put more on there. And then all of a sudden, you've way blown out the cooking serving size in this can. So that's my second challenge is, I'm challenging everyone else to actually have someone time you when you put the usual amount of Pam that you normally, or whatever cooking spray you use. Avocado or otherwise. It doesn't matter. It's all calories. I don't care. Oh, I eat avocado. I do canola oil. I do olive oil. It's like, dude, if you eat too much of it, you're going to gain weight. It doesn't matter how healthy. God, I'm out of control now. It doesn't matter how healthy your food is. If you eat too much of it, you're going to gain weight. You're going to be the healthiest overweight person on the planet. Right? Calories matter, and I've said this before. The real point of the video was, right, weight loss. It's really simple globally. If you eat less than you take in, you lose weight, right? The complex part is how it applies to the individual. And the one place I see people screw up over and over, I think people try to fight me, yell at me, scream. Look, I'm used to people yelling and screaming at me. I got that kind of personality. But they yell and scream because there's no bigger river of denial than calorie deficits when people are trying to lose weight. Not that people say, no, I'm in a calorie deficit, I'm in a calorie deficit, and they don't lose weight. Look, go to a medical doctor if that's it, because there's something seriously wrong with your body, right? I said this before. The law of thermodynamics doesn't care about your opinion. It doesn't care about your feelings. It is what it is. And if you don't burn off more calories you take in, and you don't have some medical condition causing that, and you shouldn't be getting advice from a guy who wears shorts for a living, if that's the case, then you are not in a calorie deficit. How does that happen? Because people are horrible at judging serving sizes. They are horrible at figuring out how much they are eating, and they're really, really bad at figuring out how much they're exercising. And this doesn't make life any easier. If people are already bad at figuring out how many calories they take in, and they're under the thought that this is fat-free cooking, even though this is oil inside of a can, and all of their oil has calories and fat in it, and then their average cooking is whoosh when they do it, and they're not one of these quarter of a second Doc Holliday cooking spray guys, that's going to trip you up. That's a big mistake on the local level of weight loss. Right? You are not taking in less calories than you burn off because you're taking in calories you don't even know exist. And part of it's not even your fault because how many people actually read the label? All they see is fat-free cooking and they go nuts. I have one of the videos I'll show. First of all, there's a couple of videos in the show notes where I show other people have hit on this before, have talked about this hypocrisy of cooking spray before. But there is actually one video that's, I guess they're pimping Pam, or I don't know if they get money from Pam doing the video, but they show you can use Pam to keep your slow cooker from sticking. Apparently it's not just my paranoia. I timed the video. The amount of spray they put on is 5 seconds. Not 1/4 of a second, but 20 times the serving size of what's listed on the bottle. So, look, I'm not trying to start a fight. If someone's that good with Pam, I'm not messing because they got really quick hands, and I don't want to mess with someone with quick hands. And if they've got skills, I'm not here to tear them down over their cooking oil skills. I'm not going there. I'm not going to mess with people with superior pans than I have. But the bottom line is that wasn't who the video was made for. It wasn't a challenge to someone's manhood. It was a simple matter of the fact that this is literally fat in a can. It takes advantage of a government loophole as far as labeling laws are concerned. And most people who say they're in a calorie deficit but are not losing weight and don't have a major medical problem are not in a calorie deficit. They just simply are not. And how are they getting tripped up? Well, some of it's just they outright lie. And I've met people like that who tell me they're not eating this or not eating that. And then I talk to their spouse or someone they know, or I happen to run into them out on the streets, right? And I see they're definitely not in a calorie deficit. Some of it's just an outright lie, right? Some of it, though, is they're not aware of what it is they're doing to not be in a calorie deficit. And this sucker is just one of many examples of that. So there's your challenge. Look, just out of sheer morbid curiosity, I want to see you quick finger Pam people. I'd love to have you send me a video or make your own video where you show me how you get that 1/4 second spray down and then fry an egg in the pan and it won't stick. And then I'll probably go buy the pan that you're using, or I'll hire you to spray my pans for me, because that's pretty amazing. That's Cirque du Soleil stuff, that you can get that much oil down in a 1/4 second. And for the rest of you, understand this. Weight loss, again, it's very simple. Globally, I don't care what the intermittent fasting, the vegan, vegetarian, and I'm picking on these people because there's a lot of legitimate people who use these diet preferences, but there are people out there that this is like a religion to them. They'll sit there and tell you that religion's stupid, and then you listen to them talk about diet, and they sound like they're having a transcendent experience. It's all about the calorie deficit when you lose weight. Yes, certain calories keep you more full off less food. I'll never deny that. But it still always comes down to a calorie deficit. I don't care how healthy you're eating. If you're not in a calorie deficit, you're going to be overweight healthiness. That makes no sense, but whatever. I'm on a roll. So first challenge, cooking spray people. Show me your amazing 1/4 second cooking spray skills. And everyone else, I want you to time how much of this stuff you actually use. Check out the links I put in the show notes. See how many people are just like you and use a ton of this stuff. See how many other major sources have talked about how this is pretty much not accurate, and why do I care? Why do I care about this stupid little minimal thing? There's so many stupid things in exercise. I literally was on a thread on the body recomposition forums I was reading, and some guy was putting a forum on, like it was over an hour on hamstrings or something like that. And he's talking about all these little minute things about hamstrings, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, does any of this actually, in the last literally 23 years I've been training people, has any of this actually ever made a difference? And Ron McDonald comes on and he goes, well, here's where this is accurate, this is where this is not accurate. And he goes, but in the end, none of it matters anyway. Like, does this really matter anyway? Yes, because it's part of a bigger problem. And the bigger problem is that people who say they're in a calorie deficit are not in a calorie deficit, sometimes because they're lying, but other times because people are just horrible at estimating portion sizes and the amount of food they're intaking. And it's hard to even be good at it when you don't even know the amount of food you're intaking because of fat-free cooking and then the practical reality of what you're actually putting on the pan. So I've ranted on enough. Again, maybe if this thing was edited, it'd be a little faster and a little clearer. But there's your challenge. I want those 1/4 second cooking spray videos. I want to see awesomeness in action. I want to see you test it yourself and see how much long. Because look, I said again, that video I put in there, they're spraying that son of a gun for 5 seconds. That's 20 times the portion size that they say on the bottle. So that's it. That was tonight's video. I will see everyone next week. I have no idea what the hell we're going to do, but rest assured, when you have no script and you have no preparation and you just put the camera on and you start blabbering, something's going to come out of my mouth. And that's it. Thank you very much. Bye.